So today I am going to be talking about some of my thoughts for A Court of Wings and Ruin, which is coming out a week from today, and I'm so excited for it. I just finished A Court of Mist and Fury, and so I just kind of want to talk about some of the things that I hope will happen in ACOWAR and some of the things I'm afraid of that will happen in this next and final book to the series. So please do not watch this if you haven't yet read A Court of Thorns and Roses or A Court of Mist and Fury, because it's just going to be full of spoilers because we're going to be talking about those books and what I'm thinking about for the next book. Alright, so jumping right into it, this one may be a little bit far-fetched, but there are just some things when I was doing my reread of ACOWAR that I really felt like were hinting that Ianthe and Tamlin are somehow going to be together. And I don't know if it's going to be like a permanent thing where they get together or if Ianthe is somehow going to coerce Tamlin into being with her, but there's just been a couple comments which I'm going to share now. So right off the bat in chapter 2, it says, honestly, Ianthe with her bright gold hair, those teal eyes, elegant features, and supple body looked more like Tamlin's mate, his equal, a union with Tamlin, a high lord and a high priestess, would send a clear message of strength to any possible threats to our lands and secure the power Ianthe was no doubt keen on building for herself. And again, I kind of see Ianthe and Tamlin working together, and this is maybe the night before the wedding. Feyre is just observing the two of them having a conversation and how they're just kind of taking it over so well, and it's almost like Ianthe is doing what Feyre should be doing, so I just have this weird theory that it's gonna happen. Also, there is some secret thing about Mor that I'm really excited to read about. It mentions in chapter 16 some power to allow her to get into a fight with Amryn and walk away from it. Also in chapter 18, I believe it's Rhys who is saying Mor is who I'll call in when the armies fail and Cassian and Azriel are both dead. So I'm just like, what is it about Mor? She has some secret power I think that we have yet to see, and I'm so excited to see it. I feel like it's gonna come into play during this really intense scene. So as I mentioned in my A Court of Mist and Fury discussion that I posted last year, Amryn I absolutely love, and rereading this book I loved Amryn even more. She is so sassy and snarky, but there is something about her that just makes me feel really sad, and I strongly feel that she is going to be going home at the end of this final book. I don't think she's going to be in the fairy realm for much longer. I really think she's going to figure out a way through the book to get back home, and I think as soon as she gets that opportunity, she's going to take it. And also I want to know what happened to Amryn at Starfall one time, because something must have happened. During Starfall, Rhys is telling Feyre that something about Starfall disturbs her. She claims. Who knows? And I just feel like there's something there, and I really hope we get to find out what it is. I think one of my laugh out loud favorite moments rereading this book was when Feyre walked in to give some blood to Amryn because she'd been working on decoding the book, and she sees that Amryn was using the blood ruby as a paperweight, and I just wrote a comment at this, only Amryn. I just thought it was just so sassy how much she didn't care what the blood ruby meant. She was using it as a stinking paperweight, and I just loved that. Also, I really love how Amryn was acting towards Rhys at the end, which I don't think I really noticed the first time around that I read this. Amryn is getting super mad that Rhys is not going after Feyre because that's his mate, and she says, she's your mate, Amber bit at me, not your spy, go get her. And I'm just thinking, yeah, Amryn, because we know that Amryn likes being in this court, although she acts aloof to it, but I feel like she's really fully accepted Feyre as a piece of this court, especially as the High Lady of the Night Court, and I just love how Amryn is so protective over Feyre in this moment, and she's telling Rhys what to do. Like, go get your mate. If we could have a spin-off book about her, that'd be great for me. So I think there is going to be some redemption for the Spring Court, and I think if it's going to be with anyone, it's going to be with Lucien. He has just time and time again shown that he cares for Feyre, but he's let his own cowardice keep him from stepping up for Feyre all the ways that he should have. But I really think now that he's mated to Elaine, he's gonna grow a pair. I really hope there is redemption for him. Like, I hope at the end of A Court of Wings and Ruin, we just have this world where human and fae can live together, where there isn't this class divide between the high fae and the lesser fairies. And somewhere in that piece, there's gonna be Lucien and there's gonna be Elaine, and it's just gonna be lovely and sweet. And I really want good things for him. Like, out of all the characters who I don't really like, he's the one who I just am still pulling for. Now, Tamlin can just go. Like, I honestly think that he's gonna die. If anyone's gonna die, it can definitely be Tamlin. And I feel like if he does, he's gonna have this whole, like, apologizing thing on his deathbed where he regrets everything that he's done. And I don't really want to read about that if that's gonna happen. Also, with this final book, I cannot wait to see the Summer Court again because I really believe that they're going to do something wonderful in this final book, and I think Tarquin is going to kind of come back with a vengeance. He's going to somehow see the good in Rhysand and his court and realize what they were actually fighting for is something he should be fighting for, and I think it's just going to be amazing. There is no way the Summer Court is going to be on the evil side. I'm kind of done with my theories now. I am just really excited, but I'm also sad because it's gonna be the final book to this series, and reading A Court of Mist and Fury for the second time, it was possibly even better than the first time. So I'm really sad that the series is going to be ending because I really love these characters, especially our main character Feyre and Rhysand, and reading Rhysand's whole story again and everything he's done for his people and for Feyre, it just drives home how amazing this couple is and how amazing this world is that they are trying to create. So one thing I'm a little bit bummed about is that I'm leaving for London on May 3rd, which is the day after ACOWAR is released, and so obviously I can read the book when traveling, but then I'm not really going to be able to read it for that rest of the week. Maybe I'll just read it all on the plane there. Who knows? It could happen. Anyway, that's all that I have. I would really love to hear some of your thoughts for the final book, so please leave them below. Thank you for watching and happy reading.